This video was made possible by EA Game Changers.
Welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger, and a special thanks to EA FireMonkeys for providing me with early access to the latest update. Today we're touring a Fine home simply because I have used the items from the Fine update in this house, well, particularly objects that can work in a home setting as opposed to a restaurant or like the hotel I built last week. This is a preview build that was given to me by the Sims FreePlay for previewing the latest update with you, so I still have it on my phone and I'm able to build this house right now, but I think in a couple of days it's gonna be gone. So this is again my attempt at using these silver panoramic view windows on a build, and because of the game I have, I was able to use as many as I want. I love them, they're the best. I think the black ones are a bit harsh, but they work for what they're useful for. On the side of the build here, I have a relaxing area, a zen area for the family. So there's an in-ground spa, an area to sit down, some greenery and so on. And it's, you know, separate from the house. There isn't a door straight out from that space or straight out into that space. This area here reveals to you that I've used those curtains that came with the Fine Dining update. I found a fabulous way to put them together, make sense of them in an actual house, and I love it and can't wait to show you what it looks like. Setting windows out evenly on a build is a realistic thing in the world we live in, but sometimes windows can be dotted around weirdly in real life. In this case, I was able to finally get these windows all lined up, as you can see, and of course the A-frame roofing makes houses look all the more realistic. And out here we have a proper pool for the family to swim back and forth, proper strokes, and just really enjoy themselves. A couple of times since we got this plot, I flipped the house this way because of the driveway, and I think it works for this build. This is the entrance to the house. This is the man of the house, and he's the one that's going to take us on a tour of it. Now, I used these sci-fi doors because they worked brilliantly for the exterior of the build, and I ran out of doors in this game. So you come in through that space and there is an entry hall. This is not the living room, it's an entry hall. So it is a bit of a grand house, but I can't call it a mansion per se because it's quite well lived in. And so I've got these seats from a Sim Chase event that has been unlocked in this game. And this is the way through to the staircase that takes you upstairs. And this is a double height room. There is a hands-on device on the wall that switches the lights on and off in this house. And then you have doors with glass panels on either side that lead into the laundry room. Now this isn't just a laundry room. I'm trying to get a really good look at it. Here you go. And this is not just a laundry room. You have the space here to wash your clothes, and then further through that white door leads into a restroom for the family, for guests, and so on. Now on the outside the windows are glaring, but the section where he is, where it's most important, is covered up nicely and there are no windows, but instead a spotlight. And so privacy is perfect in this home with this whole glass situation. So let's get our sim back out and I'll show you the kitchen, which is also across the way here with the same sort of doors with glass panels on either side. So it's quite modern, isn't it? When you come into this kitchen, there is a herb shelf up on the wall. I thought this was a good idea, you know, rosemary, thyme, basil, oregano, and so on. All the fabulous aromatic herbs that, you know, allow for you to cook beautiful dishes. His wife Angela would come in here and cook for the family. This kitchen was guided by the window placement. I love everything about the way it's set out. I couldn't be happier. I placed up a very nice modern piece of artwork up on the wall, pops of color with the bar stools there for a breakfast area, and some drinks and some more lemonade up on the table. I just love the way the kitchen turned out, and the cabinets match up nicely with the oak doors as well, so the color coordination was very pleasing to me, and I love how it is. Now this is the sliding doors that lead into the main family room and the dining room too. It's an interesting space for the way it's set out, and I've gone for the beautiful fireplace that came from the Snow Lodge. I think it's great in the space, and you can see I used that rug from this update around it. It's set in place quite nicely, And I also have the same arrangement for the entertaining area in front here with the TV and the sound system. And then you can see those curtains I told you about. They're fabulous. But you've got to build in an interesting way, because I don't think it's meant for windows. You know what I mean? It's just that I couldn't resist, and it's just fabulous. And it brought in some warm color into this big space, you know, and from within you can see the plants outside. You've got a piano on the wall here. I just love the colors in here. And those chairs, the piano, the artwork up on the wall, all pulled together nicely, giving me a look I've never put together before in a living room. Well, particularly because I wasn't able to unlock everything. This is the dining space here, and his daughter Lou is having a lovely meal at this fine dining fabulous table that you can click on, eat, drink, interact. I think it's great. When you click on a 1 hour option, she eats and focuses on her meal, but if you say a 2 hour feast, then they get to chatting with each other, you know. I absolutely love the space. It's got a very modern feel to it. It's not very homey at all. And I thought I'd stick that buffet table in the back here as a space that services the dining room. And it made sense, you know. So if I just click on that, the sim can walk across and, you know, reach for a drink or something and then sit on the table. One of the things I found is an issue is that sometimes the sims will sit at the table and sometimes they just won't, or they'll lose the action, and that's what I discovered since the update went live. Anyway, this is the overview for the ground floor for this fine home. And remember, there is a live build at the end for those of you who want this house. I always try as much as I can to put live builds in, and this is no exception. Okay, so this is how you come up those stairs, and I've told you I really love these windows. When you look at it from the outside against that exterior wall, it's just immaculate. I think it's very nice, and I couldn't afford that wall anyway because it's quite expensive, but in this game I was able to use it. So you come out from that corridor into this fabulous landing, which is also a mezzanine space, and you can see down below. So it's got touches of being a grand house, and at the same time it's well lived in. It's a home. There's some artwork up on the wall, and you can follow the balcony through to the front doors and look out from upstairs at a balcony, but we'll do that later. First door on the right here leads into a guest room, and Bertrand here is someone who works very hard and, you know, earns a lot of money, and his wife wanted a big house, but no one occupies this space, but it's ready for anyone who might visit the family. And yeah, it's got a really big window too, and I didn't think it was important to set down those curtains there. It's not really that important. And this is the daughter Lou's bedroom, so you can see it's a little bit more cozy, lots of stuff dotted around, artwork up on the wall, and she's got this massive bed, so she's a little bit spoiled, and she's got her books stacked away quite nicely. She keeps the space really tidy, some teddies that she's still clinging on to even though she's becoming a preteen or a teen, and there is her closet space. So again, a big window without that big arched curtain, and that's the only child they have occupying the space. Every other room is vacant but the master room. So through this corridor here leads into a type of a study area, but before that is a door that leads into another guest room. It's beautiful. It's got one of those curtains that you saw from the outside. I love the way it is. Just I wish we get more things like that to, you know, put up on windows for real. And yeah, sometimes his wife Angela would come in here to do a little bit of yoga. The space is just vacant but well set out for whoever might occupy it. So you come into that corridor, and there is a gym equipment on the side here, because as I say, I wanted it to feel lived in. There are some bookshelves up on the wall too, and it's also a study area for him because he works from home and the office too. He's very, very hardworking, and there's a bright view window in there that lights up the space, as you can imagine. So there's a door on the side that leads into the family bathroom. It's very big, isn't it? I thought I'm gonna go big for the family bathroom, no longer 4, 5, 6 grids. There is a section on the side here for a proper toilet and a urinal. And then further down the corner here is a section where I could have made the laundry, but I didn't. We'll have a better look in a second, but look at this curtain. Love it in the space. So there is privacy for this bathroom. It's fabulous. Love what's up on the wall. It just looks like drops of water in a way, but it's lights and a sculpture. And then this is the section where I could have made the laundry, but I was able to get that space downstairs. Or you could put a shower in here if you recreate this house. It's lovely. The towels are drying on in that space. And interestingly, for that section is where you have the protruding part of the beautiful Snow Lodge fireplace down below. I tend to wrap it around that way because I just think it makes sense. And you know, it's nice it came up in a bathroom this time. So there's the look for the space. It's really large for the family, isn't it? Now back into the corridor and into the master bedroom. It's got the fine dining live event, you know, fabulous wallpaper. It's got the bed from the holiday high-rise event. I've never used it in an actual home, and here it is. I love the way it looks. It's a long length room. It's beautiful. I love the colors. It's also got that mustard on the other sides of the wall. His wife is sitting down thinking about what next to ask her husband to buy. She is quite spoiled. They live in such a massive house and only have one child, and she won't have any more. And she's always coming up with ideas of what else they need done to the house. Oh dear. Now this is their closet space. I couldn't wait to use those racks for a home closet space. I love the way it looks in that corner. And these are the doors that lead into the family's master bathroom. So this is a shower on the corner. Look at how this works. He has a lot of privacy, complete privacy on all sides. Let me just put those walls up so you can see how this is set out. Look at that. Okay, so he's not seen by the outside. And in the corner just behind this sink is where you got the toilet unit tucked away nicely, just there. Okay, so for the first time I've had to really fiddle around, still have glass around an entire wet room and still have privacy at the same time. So he is completely covered. I mean, you can see his feet, or you can stand over here and have a peek if you're that naughty. And then of course the white sink is here from the Sim Chase 7 event. And it's just lovely from the outside. I think that's okay. I'm very happy with this. I love it, and I want to recreate this in my own town because, you know, this isn't my game, and I just really want this house to keep. I have houses that I've kept for a while. I love this one so much, so I will be recreating it, and it will be a keeper. So that's the master bedroom with an interesting floor plan to have privacy and glass all around the bathroom area. So this is his study, as you've seen earlier on, and now I'm going to give you an overview tour very quickly before I go into the live build for those of you who want to recreate it. That also gives me a good idea and a great floor plan to refer to when I go back to my game and build it up. The thing is, I don't even think I'm gonna have these big panoramic view windows, so I'm gonna have the same look. Anyway, this is the way out to the balcony, as I mentioned before, and as said, these doors are fabulous for the rooftop. You know, it's just neat. I want more, you know, styles for doors. It looks like stained glass, and that's why I love it, and it worked out. And there just wasn't any other doors in the game that was going to work brilliantly with this build. If in the future you see more builds from me that don't have these items, it then means I was unable to finish the Fine Dining live event. Along with the Sim Chases 6 and 7. I want everything that I've seen. I'll work as hard as I can to unlock everything and complete in time. But as I say, if you don't see future builds with these items, then it means I didn't complete on time, and I would have had all the joy that I have now, knowing that I've built these houses already and tried out some of the furniture pieces, or all of them actually, because I built the restaurant, I built the hotel last week, and then I've built a house with some of the items. So I've had a good feel of them and created some things with them. So this is just in case. That's why I hurried to make sure that I took full advantage of this game changer game that I have. I'm going to leave you at this point, but a little reminder, if you choose to recreate this build and put it in your town, that's great. However, if you go on to upload it to any social media platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on, that's amazing too. But don't forget to use the hashtag JoyceCreativeFinger when doing so, and I'll really appreciate it. Now, If you haven't subscribed and you want to, then please do so, and don't forget to click on the little notification bell that alerts you when a video is uploaded and has gone live on the channel. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!